Luis Diaz has got himself a Trailblazers card with Technical Plus after smashing the start of this season. Today we're playing him at left wing in this formation and we're going to see how he does in Rivals. Let's go! Game 1 is up against an invisible team. His first touch is on the ball. Let's see what he can do. He does have Technical Plus as a playstyle, which makes such a difference when dribbling on this game. That was ridiculous. Oh, he's got the pace to get in behind. 4-star skills combined with technical dribble. Should be able to shimmy our way into the box. Absolutely sell that defender and bang it top bins. First impressions, first 7 minutes of using this card. Baller. He does have good pace, doesn't he? Cancel the skill move inside. Do him inside and out. Technical dribble. Little technical dribble again, and there is an assist. This card is running riot on his debut. Technical plus dribbling is so different to people trying to use that kind of dribble method without the playstyle this year. Could do a first time flick over him, and we have. Trent has been absolutely left for dead. Cut inside, do him again. Little skill move combined with technical dribble has done them both. Nearly. Let's see what Diaz has on offer. He's absolutely sold that defender a dream. He does have Trickster, which means he can do these fancy flicks past the defenders, even if he doesn't have 5-star skill moves. He can beat them all. Nearly. The difference in ability in doing controlled sprint with someone that has technical plus is genuinely night and day. Oh my god. Oh! And the fact he's finished it as well. Nice finish. Little finesse from Luis Diaz there. Nice. Fizz it into Diaz. He does have first touch as a playstyle, which means you can do a little ping pass into his feet. And he's going to be able to control it. He's then going to finesse it. Terrible. Nice. Nice first touch by Diaz. Has options. Going to dink it in. That's actually horrific for a cross. Lob that down. Nice. Can we get it straight back to him? Griezmann to Diaz! Oh, it's a big save. Not bad effort on his weak foot on the volley, to be fair. And it causes a rage quit, apparently. Game number 2 for Luis Diaz up against Di Lorenzo's card. This could be quite hard. Let's go straight from kickoff, though. Fizz it into his feet. He's got the first touch playstyle. He's got the pace immediately to get past Di Lorenzo. Technical plus to dribble inside. I've messed it up. Oh, Diaz with the through ball to Griezmann. It's a nice pass. Nearly an assist. Decent through ball. Oh, Diaz could be away. It's not the best pass into him here. However, he does have very, very good pace. 4-star skills means a rainbow. Disappointing volley. Not going to lie. I'm not entirely sure what his stat is. I'll pop it up on the screen. But I think it's decent enough that he should probably be hitting the target there. Diaz is away. Is he on? He is onside. I didn't even green time it. That's actually just a very, very good banged finish right there. Near post. He did really well to get away from the defender there. Tapping RT to get that sprint away from him. Pretty good. Nice. Diaz with a through. Didn't really go in front of Griezmann. Does have the dribbling though. Quite a disappointing finish. I know it's a 4-star weak foot, and it's not as if he's got 99 finishing, but with the chem style that we have on him, he should be doing a bit better there. In this formation and roll, Diaz starts really wide with the ball, but this is where technical plus, his dribbling stats, his skill moves, his trickster flicks can be utilised to his advantage to try and get the ball more in field. For example, and now I've ballooned it over the bar. That's my fault, not the card. Game 3, up against probably the most standard right back in the game that you will face in Champs, Kyle Walker. This is probably the best player review test that you can get. The question is, can we do anything off of kickoff? We are actually up against someone and their guest, which will make this a little bit more interesting. But Diaz, we know has the pace. We know he has the technical dribbling to at least beat one man. We are up against two at the same time here. He's sort of done them both. This is the longest clip without anything really happening that will be in the entire video. This is going to be hard. Looking at the radar at the bottom of the screen, you will see the average position that Diaz is taking up is very, very wide whenever you pick up the ball. And so you need to get it out to him as soon as possible in order to utilize his pace, if that's what you're going for. 1-2, first time. Oh, good dribble by Griezmann. Diaz to find Traore. Finds Phil Foden, apparently. It's not what I called out. It's not what I meant. However, he has got an assist on his record. We'll take it. See what his left trigger, right trigger dribbling feels like. I mean, that is ridiculously smooth. That is what you get with Trickster. This dribbling is kind of cracked. And then he can cut in with some Trickster flicks and absolutely embarrass the defenders or bounce it off of their heads. Little 1-2. Acrobatic finish. Don't really know where the keeper's going. Not what I was expecting. But he still finished it. It is basically an empty net. But we got to give him credit. Both the goal and assist in this game are the difference makers, even if both of them have happened outside of expectations. Little cut inside. Maybe a 1-2 with Frankie de Jong here. Utilise Diaz running down the line. He's got another assist. It's a decent 1-2. It's a nice run. He has the pace to get forward. Kyle Walker's AI is not that much quicker, and therefore he was able to get into the space. You know he's a problem for defenders if you're playing against someone and a guest and they double up on Diaz every time he gets the ball. It made it significantly harder for me to do anything with him in this game, but shows the danger that he brings. Once again, getting man of the match with a goal and 2 assists. Game number 4 is also up against someone with a guest. Why do I keep forgetting to turn this off? We've got a Squad Foundations and Declan Rice on Diaz's side this game. They are not incredible, so maybe we can have a bit more fun in this match. Straight from kickoff. Let's go. What are these guys like defensively? Can they defend against technical dribbling and little crab dribbling? Maybe not. Here we go. Trickster flick inside. Oh my god, it was nearly the dream start. This card's dribbling does feel very, very good. Oh, this LT-RT dribbling with this card. Even LB dribbling. Feels smooth. And then, oh my god, the turn on Technical Plus. That's actually a fantastic ball to him. He's got the crossing stats all the way to the back post. It's a good ball to Foden. We're going to try and recycle it all the way back to Diaz here so that he can go for something fancy. That's shocking. Have a go. Okay, the first shot, really disappointing. He's basically scuffed it into the floor. However, I can't remember if he has Acrobat or not. If he does, I'll put it on the screen and show you. But a decent volleyed finish, especially considering his previous volley that we showed was really poor. Ping that, Diaz. That's probably the best pass that he's actually done throughout this review. I bottled the shot though. I mean, this Diaz, I think one of the problems that we have with this card, for this amount of coins for a forward player, he doesn't have any shooting playstyles. So we can ping it into him. We can, I mean, that one's a red time. But we can green time it. It doesn't really matter because he doesn't have finesse, he doesn't have chip shot, doesn't have power shot. So if you're outside the box, you're going to struggle to score. Oh my god, what a ball! No, that was the moment! Oh, we were supposed to cut to ourselves having a shot with Diaz inside the box and he buries it. But he's failed again. I have to include that. That's one of the worst finishes I've ever seen. How did he miss? For game 5, I specifically turned off co-op opponents. However, It's another invisible team. Our fullback opponent for this game looks like it's Gusto. I'm assuming the really expensive one. So the question is, can they handle a bit of Luis Diaz? And his technical, and his, oh, trickster. Bang it. It's straight down the middle of the goal. I'm not sure how much credit I want to give this card for that finish, because maybe the keeper should have saved it. However, he did get good power on it. Straight to Diaz, quick free kick. Fake to do a McGeady. Combination of skill moves gets us into the box. Trickster flick. What has just happened? My opponent's going to rage quit because of that as well. It's gone down as a Gusto own goal, which we hit off of Gusto's head, and it somehow just sort of pings over the keeper and in off the far post. That was such a quick game. We got to do one more. So now the final game, we're up against Kunde with a shadow. Another very, very common card that you will come up against with a winger. Let's see what his first attempt up against Kunde is going to look like. Straight off of kickoff. Ping that into his feet. Maybe a 1-2 with Griezmann. It's good. Finesse. Decent finish. He does not have the finesse play style, so be able to put that away from inside the box there. Relatively clinical. Oh, good run. Good pace. Right, that is not the card's fault. It's me. I'm terrible. That's the reason he did not score there. This card scores that chance 99 times out of 100. Doing one more game because I've changed formation, because I do not get along with formations that have wingers. I just haven't found one this year that has worked for me. So we're using Diaz in this final game as a left mid. So now we're hoping that Diaz can actually get on the ball a bit more, which I was struggling to make happen when he was playing really wide. And that is comfortably a me problem. Not the card, nothing to do with that. I cannot use winged formations on this game. Some of you may love them, and you would have really, really liked the way that Diaz played in that formation, but I cannot get along with it, whereas narrow formations I like a lot more. So maybe him as a left mid is exactly what I've been missing here, because he's getting involved a lot, and we're only 10 minutes in. Diaz, make that run. Okay, it goes to Adama instead. We accidentally chip it to Diaz. Cuts inside with technical though, and puts it away. Not the cleanest build-up, but once again, a decent finish from this card without any shooting playstyles. Can he play through Adama? Not quite, but that's because he wants to get involved himself and dribble past the rest of the defense. That's what I heard anyway. Turns out it's true. Would have been too easy to just play a simple through ball and get an assist. Utilize the technical, the 4-star skills. That defender gets absolutely destroyed. Bangs it at the near post. This is where this card is best. In and around the final third. Get that tight dribbling going and use those skill moves. Actually done it. Oh no. That is the perfect use of Trickster. That you could not have asked for a more poetic way for a player review, for a player that has Trickster to finish off. Scooping it over the goalkeeper and putting it away with a 4-star weak foot finish. Lovely. Let's get into the final review and recommendations. In terms of a chem style for Luis Diaz, I would most likely go for a Maestro, because his pace is ridiculously good. He does not need any more. Shooting stats get boosted, especially if you're shooting outside the box. They become really, really good. His passing stats also get a really, really nice upgrade to involve him in build-up play a lot more, and some of his dribbling stats also get a boost, which just makes him feel even better on the ball. In terms of play style with this card, absolutely utilize his pace and dribbling. Simple as that. If you're using a wing formation, get him bombing down the wing a lot more. If you are using a left midfield or maybe right midfield, make sure you cut inside, use that technical plus because it is so good. Use his skill moves as well as his trickster flicks, and you can create a lot of chances for yourself by doing that with this card. Don't be afraid to shoot. His shooting was good, and get him involved in build-up as well. In terms of links to this card, Virgil van Dijk is the main one, right? He is just one of the most overpowered centre-backs on the entire game. Still ridiculously good. That is an easy way to get some chem. You've also got Mo Salah on the other side, whether you're using his base card or his Total Rush card. Both of those are still really good and nice ways to get a club link as well as some Prem chem. If you want to go down the Colombian route, you've got John Duran, now down to nearly discard value for a special card, but he is really good, especially if you have managed to evo that card. And the other option, another Liverpool one, I would go with Trent, to be honest with you. That Total Rush card, you can play him in midfield or you can play him at fullback. Nice and versatile, a bit like this Luis Diaz that can play on either side. Really helpful. Let's go through his ratings then quickly. I'm going to give his pace a 9 out of 10. Not that many players feel really quick on this game. He did feel rapid. His shooting was actually quite consistent. I do have to give it to him. So even though he doesn't have 90s in shooting stats without a chemistry style, I'm going to give him an 8.5 out of 10 in that stat. His passing was also quite reliable. I did have a chem style boosting it up, and so I have to bring the rating down a little bit because that is required. I'll give him a 7 out of 10. His dribbling, on the other hand, was amazing. The combination of the skill moves, technical plus, trickster, he is amazing. I'm going to give him a 9 out of 10 for his dribbling. Defending does not matter. He didn't do anything defensively. 3 out of 10. For physicals, he's got decent stamina. He's got okay strength and aggression for a winger compared to others. I'll give him a 5 out of 10. The pros and cons of this card. The pros are definitely pace. He is rapid. His dribbling, the combination of playstyles that you can use in order to utilize that dribbling are really good. And his passing and shooting were actually quite surprising. But in terms of the cons, he has no shooting playstyles, which is a letdown when you're spending this much on a forward. He also doesn't have any passing playstyles, which combined with the lack of shooting ones is really disappointing. They still refuse to give Luis Diaz 5-star skills, which is a bit of a letdown considering he does have Trickster and he has a 4-star weak foot as well. But overall, a fun card to use. I'm going to give him an overall rating of 8 out of 10 for this card. Value for money though, I feel like others are better, for example a Cole Palmer, so I am going to give this card a 6 out of 10. Let me know who you would like to see next, and I'll see you guys in another one in a bit.